Rock climbing holds cost a fortune, pushing your home wall expenses through the roof. Or you can only afford these tiny crimps. But it doesn't have to be this way. I'll show you what not to buy, where to buy great holds for cheap, and what sets will make your home wall awesome. This is Rock On Dad. I'm Steven, husband, father, pastor, and this is what I do on Monday Fun Day. Today we're going to look at 10 different kinds of climbing holds that you can get for your home gym, whether the exact holds or something like it online. And I'm going to make recommendations of what not to buy and also what to buy and a few tips along the way. Our first set, Necros climbing holds. And here I have 3 sets. You've got this set of 6, this set of triangles, and this set over here. I've obviously liked them, so I've purchased more. And I've gotten all of these from Amazon.com. Necros has their own shop. It's shop.necros.com, and you can purchase the holds there. But I've found each of these sets to be about 30% less sold from Necros on Amazon itself. You don't get to choose the color on Amazon. It's orange only, but you can get them for a much lesser price there. They're very high quality holds. These ones over here have wonderful designs that are super comfortable on your hands. These over here, same thing. Really big fat edges that are super comfortable. Really big pieces. This one's really fun and just massive. You get two hands on there easily. They're very enjoyable to grab onto. The texture is fantastic. In fact, it's almost too rough when it's brand new. It wears your skin out pretty quick, but in time it softens up a little bit and gets much more comfortable. And there's a great variety. If you go to shop.necros.com, you'll see they have thousands of holds to choose from. They're a very professional company. They do complete climbing systems and climbing walls, but they're also very expensive. As far as my holds goes, these are my most expensive holds. My favorite set is this one over here. So these are a close second. And so I highly recommend getting these on Amazon. This set right here of 8 is $85, so about $11 a hold. This set of 6 was about $70, and this set was about $65. These are just slopers, great for a straight up wall. They're really good for feet. They're really hard to get your hands onto, but they're nice and challenging. I do enjoy them, but they're not for beginners. So take a look at necros.com, shop.necros.com, and take a look at them on Amazon as well. Next up, we've got Rocky Mountain climbing holds. You can find these at RockyMountainClimbingGear.com. These holds are actually made out of cement, I believe, recycled cement products. They are very cool to the touch, which is a nice feature. They don't wear out your fingers like plastic holds do. They're very good price. These holds here are just only about $2 a hold. You can buy a 25 pack for $50 or a 50 pack for $100. You can even go on eBay and they sell direct. Rocky Mountain Climbing sells direct on eBay, and you can get different sized packages there. I bought a 115 hold pack. It was the very first set that I bought. I wanted to fill my gym with holds, and you get 100 of these baseball sized holds. You can see this one's got a nice big place for your fingers. Others have no place for your fingers and are good toe holds. There's a good mix of variety. Some of them have really good small jugs. Some have just nothing for your foot there. And then when you buy the 115 pack, you get some of their roof jugs as well, which are quite large and actually really good. Good for a roof or a ceiling or some really good slope as well. There's some downsides to the Rocky Mountain holds, and that is there's not much variety in size unless you get these big ones. They're all the same size. They're not as tacky. They're a little more slipperier than your standard climbing hold. And they're also quite boring to look at. They don't look impressive at all on the wall, being just kind of a boring gray. If you want to try these, I recommend buying the 25 pack for $50. You do not need 115 holds. even with my big wall, I never put on more than like 20 of these at a time, just because they're not a ton of fun. They're not that great. And I've probably given away about 50 of these. This is not all of them. This is just a small fraction of the holds I have. There's a bunch more over here in this basket, as you can see. So I've got quite a few more. And I've already given away about 50 of these to friends, because they're just not my favorite. They are cheap, that's what's going for them. So if you're just getting started, you want some cheap holds to fill that wall, go get yourself a 25 pack at RockyMountainClimbingGear.com. Next up is by Molus, known as Greatest Chips. You can find these on Amazon. It's a very tempting first purchase because it's less expensive and you get a lot of them and the colors are bright. In their favor, they have a really good texture, really great texture for both your fingers and for your toes. When you stick a climbing shoe on there, they grip pretty well. But the value's not very great. There's very few holds for hands. These yellow ones would make some good crimps, but there's only a few holds that are good, just like these ones. So there's very few holds for hands. I do not recommend this for value. It's tempting to go out and buy it because it's only $40, but you don't get a lot for that $40. Plus, as you buy other sets of holds, you're gonna get dozens of foot jibs. And so buying a whole set of them, I found to be a little pointless. So I do not recommend buying Greatest Chips by Molus. Next set is from Element Climbing. And these, and at elementclimbing.com, you can get these bulk holds at half off regular price. They are just an assortment of holds. You don't get to pick what you get, it's random. But instead of the normal $22 a pound, it's only $11 a pound. What I love about Element Climbing is they are very high quality holds. And the texture is great. They are really good to put your fingers on. They're very comfortable. They don't burn your fingers too fast. And the edges are really, really uncomfortable as well. I've got a few sets here. I ordered 11 pounds at $11 each, so $121 plus shipping. And this is what I got. I got a few sets, some bigger purple ones, some medium pinks, and some of these tan ones here. And there's 20 in total, so it's about $6 a hold. That's pretty good price for brand new high quality holds. Now it is random. I like these so much that I went and bought a second set from Element Climbing, and I got a set of 5 of these black ones, which are also nice, some deep pockets there. But then in that same set, they sent me about 60 foot jibs, which to go along with the Greatest Chips that I already had was a little bit overkill. So I was a little disappointed. So you could get random foot jibs, you could get some wonderful pockets, you could get some nice pinches. Elementclimbing.com. Wonderful holds. A good buy early on. I encourage you to buy this at the beginning. That way, whatever you do get, you can round out your set with other stuff that you purposely buy. So get some Element Climbing holds. Next up is Molus. These you can purchase on eBay. They're in packs of 2 or 5 or various shapes and sizes. And for the price, that wasn't great. This 2-pack was $30, so $15 a hold. And I actually thought they were $20. That's why I bought them, and then it charged me $30, so I was disappointed. But what I came to love was the texture of these holds. Molus just makes wonderfully textured holds, wonderful to hold onto. They're large holds with very great texture. They're not hard on the skin. They're very grippy, and I just loved them. Now, I would never buy this set again just because of the price. But because I had these, it helped me pull the trigger on my biggest hold purchase ever. And this next purchase I'm about to show you, I spent $1,200 on this purchase. And here's what I got. I got over 250 holds, plus a hangboard, plus HIT strips, HIT strips for training. Those were on my old wall here. This group here is just a small sample of this massive pack. And these are Molus. They're old. I believe they're from the 90s. The lady said she bought them a long time ago. Perhaps they're in the 2000s. But I got this entire set from her. The texture is wonderful. They were not used very much by her. And they are just an incredible variety of pinches. And when you look on OfferUp and Craigslist and eBay, places like that, I'm not sure what the main sellers are in Europe, but you can find some great deals like this. Now, I knew that I was ready to finish off my set, and when I saw this massive set for $1,500, I talked her down to $1,200, and I took it. I got it, and I'm actually thankful I did. I have no regrets spending that kind of money on good holds, because now my wall is complete. There are a variety of colors. There's lots of blues, greens, whites, reds, plenty of other colors, as you can see from this big picture. They're very fun to climb on. Incredible variety, bunch of sizes. And by looking online at sites like OfferUp and Craigslist, you can find a great deal to really flesh out your wall. When these holds were said and done, I think they came out to be about $3.50 per hold. Yeah, that includes the little guys, but the big ones as well. So I think it was a great deal for my money. It was a lot of money, but it's completed my entire wall and given me tons of options for setting routes. So keep your eye out. If you find some old Metolius holds, I highly recommend picking them up, especially if you can get them for under $5 per hold on average. Of course, if they're bigger like these ones, you might be willing to spend a few more than $5 a hold. But this was a wonderful deal, and I highly recommend you keeping your eye out for things such as this. These blue holds are from JZN Climbing, 3 letters, JZN. And I believe you can only purchase these through their shop on eBay. So go to ebay.com to find JZN. And these look fantastic. And better yet, you can pick almost any color of the rainbow to order these holds in. I went with this color since I had nothing else of this design and this color. And however, I found these holds have quite a bit of drawbacks. For one, the texture on the holds is a little bit on the slippery side. They don't provide the same grip as all of my other rock climbing holds that I've purchased. The holds are also quite a bit smaller than they look like in the pictures online. You can see this one fits all 4 of my fingers. The online picture makes it look like you can get 2 hands on these. And this pinch over here, you know, they're almost worthless for handholds because they're just not very grippy. If you do put a lot of chalk on them in your hands, you get better grip. But I don't want to be chalking my holds every time. I'll chalk my fingers every time, but I don't want to chalk my holds every time I climb. Also, the ridge designs on a number of them, the edges for your fingers just aren't that comfortable on a number of these. So quite a few drawbacks. This set right here, I believe, was $140. They have full sets that go up to $500. They have smaller ones as well. And so you've got lots of options purchasing from them on eBay. But of all the hold sets I've purchased brand new, this from JZN Climbing is my least favorite. I actually do not recommend this set at all. There is quite a bit of variety, there is quite a bit of color options, but there's too many drawbacks. I would not buy from JZN Climbing again. Now before I get to my final 3, if you've got favorite holds from this video or not in this video, please put them in the comments below. I'm always looking for great holds to buy at a great price. Let us know in the comments. Next up, number 8 is Syrock. Syrock holds. That's S-Y-N Rock. Syrock. Go to synrockholds.com for these bad boys. What I love about these holds is that they are wonderfully cool to the touch and have incredible grippy texture. They're also very heavy, and they're a lot of fun to climb on. They're made of ceramic, not plastic, so they don't wear out your hands, they don't tire your hands. In fact, after climbing some of the plasticky ones from, say, Necros or Metolius, putting your hands on these guys is a wonderful sensation. I can climb on these all day. Also, these are a good price. My 9-pack right here of these really large holes, look at the size compared to my hand. This 9-pack was only $72. That's $8 per large hold. That's really great. The colors on these, if there is a drawback, the colors are not that vibrant. They kind of look like brick. They're just a muted color, which is fine, especially compared to the vibrant ones I do have. And the other negative is that the edges can chip. This one came with actually a broken edge on it, the pieces in the box. Other than that, though, any other chips were caused by me. I've climbed on these a lot. The website advertises no spinning, and it's true. These do not spin. You can put a lot of torque on them, and because of the texture of them even on the back, these hold steady. These are wonderful, wonderful climbing holds. If I started over, I would buy a ton more of these. You saw my $1,200 set of Metolius holds. I really just don't need that many more holds now. I still bought these anyway, and I'm super glad I did. If I did not have my $1,200 set of Metolius holds, I would certainly be buying more from synrockholds.com, and I encourage you to pick up a set or two from them as well. They've got all kinds of jugs, pinches. These slopers are delightful. A lot of great options there. Go check them out, synrockholds.com. After my Syrock holds, I thought I was done buying rock holds, and then I came across a deal I could not pass up. The best value holds ever are used holds from a rock climbing gym. Top Out Gym in Santa Clarita, California was selling off a bunch of old used holds at $2 a pound. A crazy $2 a pound. I ended up buying 43 pounds and carrying them all back in one suitcase. An extra suitcase I've actually brought to the pastor's conference I was at for books. I bought rock climbing holds instead. And these things are humongous holds. They're the biggest holds that I have on my wall, and they're also the cheapest holds I have on my wall. They are absolutely delightful to climb on. The texture's good. They're slightly worn from being used in the rock climbing gym, but they're not that bad. I can't believe he got rid of them. There's all kinds of fun climbs. This is just a small sampling of what I got for that $86 purchase. Best buy I ever bought. And again, if you have a rock climbing gym, be asking them for when they're selling off their old holds, and you might get lucky just like I did. And the 10th rock to grab hold of is priceless. It's literally free. I'm talking about the Rock of Ages, Jesus Christ. The Bible talks about God over 60 times as being a rock, and this metaphor signifies that our God is one of impregnable strength. God is immovable, unflappable, unchangeable, and we can trust in Him with our lives because He will never move. All who put their trust in Jesus Christ find that He never fails. We've all sinned. We've all fallen short of the glory of God. You know, there's many routes and climbs that you've tried many times and have failed. And in life, we all fail as well. There's one end for all of us. We're all going to die someday. And we need salvation. We need to be saved from the punishment for sin. And that's where the Rock of Ages, Jesus Christ, comes in. And I can't help but point Him to you. He's far more valuable than any of these other 9 sets of rock climbing holds that I've looked at. So check out the video by Living Waters at the end if you'd like to know more about my rock, Jesus Christ.